Consider those, when the stone crushes you, you're blessed. But if you trip over the stone, you are in deep trouble and damnation. It's better to have the rock of Yeshua's love and truth crush you into humility than to trip over the things of Yahweh.
Amen.
Amen. Come on.
So obviously, Yakkov was already a believer. And if Yakkov was not already a believer, why does Yahweh keep wanting to be with him? Kid, if Jacob gets saved in Genesis 28, and Yahweh wants to keep being with him and walk with him and return him and lead him and clothe him and give him bread, why is Yahweh walking with Jacob all the days before Bethel and before Yeshua's ladder? Why would Yahweh want to hang out with a thief? Why would Yahweh want to hang out with a person of bad reputation, a person of bad repute? It was because he was already righteous that Yahweh said, the same way I've been with you before, I'll be with you again. I'm not going to change. Isn't that neat?
Yes, neat.
Because I've always been with you, I will still be with you. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Todah Rabbi Yahweh. Now I want to focus in also. Look at verse 20. I love it.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Don't miss this now. Shoshana, don't miss this, okay? Well, you're in the front row, so it's difficult for you to miss this. Yakkov. Speaking about it, I found me a Yakkov. Yakkov.
Amen.
Don't miss this, brother.
Wake up.
Are you ready? Get ready, get ready, get ready. Look at verse 20. Look at verse 20. This stone, which I have set for a pillar, which became the cornerstone of the temple, it didn't fly to London and Ireland and Scotland. It was the cornerstone of Shlomo's temple. We'll talk about that another time, hopefully. Shall be Elohim's bayit, not his throne, his bayit, the Beit HaMikdash on Mount Moriah, the cornerstone. Even masu habonim hai kale rosh pina. Even masu habonim hai kale rosh pina. The stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. This is the Yahweh's doing. It is marvelous, Yahweh. Speaking of Yeshua. Now watch this. If you bring me back, if you give me bread, if you give me clothes, if you give me shelter, then just like you guys, that's why you're laughing, because you see yourself in this verse. Then I'll pay you a tithe. But first I want my wife, my dating service, my carpool, my computer, my laptop. Someone to clean my house, take care of me, the unholy trinity, me, myself, and I. Then I'm going to pay tithes. Now let's see how Yahweh deals with that. Let's see how you got the Maaser Yahweh. Yakkov, but even though he's kind of like making a condition with Yahweh, like we do, doesn't mean he's a thief. It just means he lacks faith. Are there times you lack faith, brother? Me too. Me too. Does that make me a thief? Does that make me a murderer?
No.
But so what's going on here? It is the opposite of what we've been taught, guys. This is a righteous man, listen, who desires to tithe, but not to steal. We've been told he was a deceiver and a manipulator and a conniver and a person who wheeled and dealed, and he was shady in his practices, and just the opposite. Here was, because we know in Malachi, in chapter 2, it says what? In chapter 3, it says what? Yes, this whole nation has robbed me. And we will say, how have we robbed you, Yahweh? And he will say, in tithes and offerings you have robbed me. So when we don't pay our Maaser to Yahweh, we are stealing from Yahweh. And all those people who accuse Yakkov of stealing and being a thief, I wonder how many of them are really stealing. But the opposite is true. Turn to your neighbor and say, the opposite. Let's try that again. The opposite.
The opposite.
What is true is, here's a man who doesn't want to steal from Yahweh, but wants to give the tithe to Yahweh. Does this look like a thief to you? Rachel, here's a man who doesn't want to steal from Yahweh. It's true he has some conditions because he lacks faith. But he says, Yahweh, I love you so much, man. I want to obey you so much, man, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay the tithe. And Yahweh says those who don't pay the Ma'aser are stealing. Those who do and who want to, like Yakkov, are kadosh and full of what? Tzedakah. Is anyone getting this?
Amen. Amen.
Baruch Hashem. Isn't it just the opposite the way we've been taught? Let me ask you a question. Those of you who have attacked Yakkov. Britt, you with me? Let me ask you a question. Those of you who have attacked Yakkov. How many times did Esau pay his tithe?
Wow.
How many times did Esau keep the Shabbat? Last time I checked, Esau just got out of the mosque on Friday to begin the last day of the Hajj. We have no record of Esau desiring to please Yahweh, let alone his father. His father said, don't go to the daughters of Canaan to take a wife, but rather go to my father's house like Yaakov. What does Esau do? Hebrews 12 said he was a profane fornicator on top of being a lying murderer. And he went to take a wife, the daughter of Ishmael. So Yaakov goes to seek the righteous seed of Abraham in his uncle's house, and to spite his parents, Esau goes and takes the daughter of Ishmael. And then when he finishes with the daughter of Ishmael, he marries the women of Canaan. Now you tell me who's righteous. Jacob didn't marry heathen. Jacob married the righteous seed of Yahweh. Jacob wanted to pay his tithe, exactly the opposite of the cunning man Esau. Does not the Torah, we learned it last week, does not the Torah refer to Edom as a cunning man, the very thing they accused Jacob of? You will not find one word in the Bible that calls Jacob a cunning man. Not one. The snake is called cunning, and Esau, Edom, is also called cunning. Boy, you guys are so quiet today. Is this approval by abstention? How many are approving by abstention?
Amen.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Now let's continue. Bereshit 30. Bereshit 30. And verse 25. And it came to pass when Rachel had borne Yosef, and Yaakov said to Laban, send me away, that I may go to my own place in my own country, meaning back to the land of Israel or Canaan. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served you, and let me go. For you know my service that I have what? Done for you. And Laban said, please. Here's those crocodile Esau tears found in his uncle Laban, which means white. If I have found favor in your eyes, stay. For I have learned by experience that Yahweh has blessed me because of your sake. Now let me ask you a question. After serving Laban for how many years? 20. Huh? How many? 21, right? If Yaakov was guilty, then why did Yahweh bless the house of Laban for Jacob's sake? Now Yahweh's really out of control. Not only is he blessing a man who's allegedly a deceiver and somebody of ill repute, now everywhere he goes, that house gets blessed. Simple, facile. Simple. And yet they made this complicated. They've made this into something that is not simple. How could our father in Emunah, Yaakov, be what doctrinally he's been made to be when we know he's a person of tzedakah and a person of emet? And what did Laban say? Was Laban a believer? Kind of, depending if his bank account was full. Sometimes Laban was a believer, sometimes he was not a believer. He vexed como the wind. Kind of like Yitzchak when he was trying to steal the covenant from Jacob.